Okay, it's day 59 of a 1 hour a day workout. So let me just get it out the way. I'm starting to study vigorously for my next mortgage test, so I gotta make sure these daily workouts is not getting in the way of my studies, so that I can take it extra serious this time. Alright, so I guess let's get started. Clock is ticking down. I don't know why this is all the way back here like that. But yeah. You know, I was thinking too, maybe doing things different ways, like when you wanted to do like work your arms. Or yesterday I didn't do the push-ups. Yesterday I was too busy talking. Let me see. Trying to see if I can get this pen. It won't go on the lower. It won't go on the lower one, and I'm trying to. I wonder why not. So for this, I just get on my knees a little bit. Am I doing it right? Yeah, it's crazy snow, crazy winter. Crazy winter we having. Texas is getting bad. Ugh. Ooh. Even though I'm on my knees, it still feels like a hard task. Yeah. So good thing yesterday I had a doctor's appointment. I went out to my doctor's appointment and I went in the supermarket and I got a lot of like juices, apple juice and Welch's grape juice, because for all you that don't know, I'm resorting to a liquid diet because I feel like my weight is not going down fast enough after, it's almost 2 months now. So I only lost 10 pounds. I'm at least, if it would have got me under 200 pounds, but I'm still over 200 pounds. So it's time to go on a liquid diet. Well, I've been on a liquid diet for 3 days. So when you're on a liquid diet, like, it sheds a pound a day. But yesterday the scale was saying 209, today it's saying 208. So if I'm trying to lose 60 or 70 pounds, all I really have to do is stay on the liquid diet for those amount of days. You know, but before, like I say, anybody else try liquid diet? Because people die from not having, you know, not doing it right. Like some people go on the water diets and stuff, and you know, you have to at least have a teaspoon of honey every day. A human could survive off a teaspoon of honey every day. Okay. So talk to your doctor first. I've done it before. I did it like 2 years ago. So, you know, I did a lot of researching, video researching, and, you know, on YouTube, and with the chia seeds, and, you know, how to mix, you know, your drinks and stuff. So that's how I found out my information. You know, but I'm still drinking apple juices, and, you know, regular juices and sodas will put pounds on you too. You know what I'm saying? So, but yesterday I bought a bunch of Welch's grape juice and apple juice. You know, the one that's for babies. I don't know why I got the one that's for babies, but one doctor told me that anytime you buy a product that's for babies, it has to be safe. You know, it's like they take extra precaution on anything that's made for kids. So you as an adult, if you use any products that's like shampoos or anything like that, or anything like that's made for babies, like if you got sensitive skin and all kind of stuff like that, you know, it's good. It's better than what, you know, they give to adults. You know what I'm saying? Like baby products, I guess it has, they put an extra, what you call it, when, you know, extra protection, like extra, I guess they, you know, they gotta make sure it's more natural, less, you know, chemicals that are harm a newborn baby with, you know, delicate skin, you know what I'm saying? So if you get any baby products, if you use any baby products, you know, it's sure to have the safe ingredients, you know, for babies, you know. So I don't know, the doctor just told me that like one time before, and I thought about it. I said, yeah, right, but then what about the what are you insinuating on when they make adult products? They don't put as much as care in it, like, you know, like with the baby products, I guess they put enough care in it to make sure that, you know, the baby don't have side effects, or it's not too strong, it don't burn the baby's skin, or if it has anything to do with food or anything intake that is 100%, you know, pure, natural, probably less artificial stuff, you know, that they give to the adults. So that's one thing about when you're watching your diet and you're trying to lose weight, you find out about all of this kind of stuff, you know, the clean stuff you should be, you know, using that's less harmful for your body, you know. It's real good. I don't know why we learn these things, these natural herbs and all of that stuff on diets, when we're on diets and trying to lose weight. And then, when we not, when we drift away from our diet and let ourselves go, we forget all about those products. And then when we feel like, oh, I'm getting too, heavy again, I need to get back to, dieting and doing the right thing. And then you think about those products. Where's all my products? Where's my lemon? Where's my chia seeds? Well, let me get cases and cases of water in here. I'm supposed to be drinking more water, you know what I'm saying? Then you start thinking like that, but basically you should be doing that the whole time, that's how you should be living. You see what's going on out here. It's almost like it's the end of the world or something, Texas is having more snow than they ever. The mayor quit because they're going to blame him, but I guess he didn't expect, you know what I'm saying? If they don't never get snow like that, he wasn't prepared. I guess, they don't prepare for winter like New York prepares for winter. Okay, it's snowing. Bring out all the snow trucks, clear the streets, you know what I'm saying? Put the salt out, you know what I'm saying? The machine, the big trucks, shovel the snow, push the snow out the way and sprinkle some salt. They don't have those trucks in Texas. Power lines is going down, the pipes is busting, like everything at one time. Like, why is all that all happening at one time? Power lines is down, so people don't have electricity. They can't flush their toilet. They gotta flush their toilet with the snow from the street, So the house is smelling shitty. You go take a dump and, you can't hardly flush the toilet. And then, the pipes is leaking in people's houses, and that's the worst thing. If I bought a house, I wouldn't want pipes to bust, and the ceiling fans got icicles from the water just freezing up from the water pipe busting and the water leaking, and it just froze up. So that means all in the roof, all in the walls and everything like that. All in the electricity and everything like that, and the house is all watered down and fucked up. Some people's houses is flooded, houses is they got a disaster. Houses is I would want to just gutter my house. Yeah, because that's the thing about buying a house, When these hurricanes and tornadoes and heavy snow, rain and snow and stuff like that, or pipe bust or whatever, I guess they'll get help with the, disaster relief or something like that, or the insurance. And they all probably don't have flood insurance, you know what I'm saying? Because they didn't expect a flood, you know what I'm saying? They probably got regular, PITI? Regular, paying regular principal insurance and taxes and stuff, interest and taxes. They wasn't expecting this type of winter. And one person said they don't really get snow in Texas, so I don't know, is God sending a message? Because lately Texas has been going crazy as far as the gang activity and the shootings. Lil Boosie got shot in the leg out there. His artist was left on the highway out there. It's just like crazy. So, I don't know, maybe God is trying to tell us something. And then I'm looking at Texas, and then I wake up this morning and look out my window in New York, we having another. This is like our third or fourth snowstorm. They out there shoveling and more snow. They shoveling and more snow is caked up. So, and we in the COVID, so like, what's really going on? Are we nearing the end of the world? Is God getting tired of us on his earth? Is he ready to wipe out this human race and just let the animals, roam? Like, y'all get out of here. Yeah, every time you turn around now, it's something. Every time you turn around, it's something. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. If it's not, the COVID, I didn't think the snow would do anything but, keep people, inside. But Texas is showing that, it could catch some states that don't expect much off guard. So it's snowing down south, where it usually be warm, So now they gotta start buying some snow trucks and be ready for, the winters, because they don't know. It's a possibility. Because I know when I was younger and we moved to Savannah, Georgia, the winters was hot. According to, how we used to go to school in elementary school. When we were kids, they used to be knee-high, and they used to still send us to school. They used to be knee-high. And we used to be making angels in the snow, and we used to be walking 1 foot at a time, and, shit. Today is nothing like back in the days. They used to get us out that house. Y'all not missing not one day of school. Y'all going to school. It's snowing, put your pea coats on, Put your boots on, And we all be walking to school. The thing is that the school is like 4 blocks down. Long blocks. And it's not like, you're a thick, strong adult, you're a skinny little kid. I used to think I was allergic to snow until I realized it was my pea coat rubbing on my face, and I was allergic to wool, you know what I'm saying? The wool used to break me out, I had a nice, like, red pea coat, like a burgundy pea coat. It was real nice. And, whatchamacallit? And, every time it snowed, that was a warm coat. You put a sweater underneath it, hoodie and whatever. And I would wear that coat in the snow and come home, and my face be all broke out in hives. And I'd be like, what the hell? I said, I'm allergic to snow. Like, it's so cold, my face is breaking out in hives. And I didn't realize that my chin was brushing up on the collar of the wall. I realized it when my grandmother was alive, and we used to all go to her house for Thanksgiving dinners and be napping on the floor, and she had this green carpet, and we used to put covers down there, sheets on the floor, and lay down there, and all our cousins and everybody, we'd just be talking and happy to see each other. And sometimes we'd spend the night in one night my face wasn't on the cover. When I woke up, my face was on the carpet, on her green carpet, and I caught those hives. So it's like the woolly carpet, the woolly coat, you know. So I'm kind of, well, when I was a kid, I was kind of allergic to wool. And I thought it was the snow at first. I didn't know what it, I was a kid. I didn't know what it was. The snow coming down, hitting you in your face, and your face is breaking out in hives. I'm like, shit, snow ain't nothing but water, I'm not allergic to water. Else I would be allergic to taking a bath. But it turned out to be, the pea coat. My chin used to hit the collar. And I come home with hives. That was the most disgusting, terrifying thing. Like if it was a sickness or an illness, for a kid, Like, what's wrong with my face? I'm breaking out in hives. Yeah, so Texas is going through it. They cutting wood up for the fireplaces. And I don't see no trucks coming out, No snow trucks, no salt trucks. It's just the snow is coming down and they ain't got no equipment. Like, for real, y'all don't have no snow trucks? So I think the mayor quit right there on the spot, like. And then pipes is busting. The power is down. I think they need to run a whole new system for the electricity. I think their system is old. So it's crazy. So they freezing, no heat, no electricity. They can't cook. You can't, damn near can't flush the toilet. It's been like that for a couple of days. I feel sorry for the woman that live by themselves and they ain't got no man to help them shovel snow, That's my only thing. I don't be liking all that, what come with the, the noise and the gang activity that come with the guys and stuff, but if you have a disaster, you're gonna need the male help, muscles. You're gonna need the muscle. That's the only thing. So that's why, I don't deal with nobody, but at least I try to keep a high and by relationship, because if we get into a situation, we might have to end up helping each other out. Even though we don't speak on a regular basis, if it's a disaster. And we're supposed to be prepared, This is a disaster prepared problem that all the states are supposed to have a disaster prepared plan. And if you go on FEMA.gov, you can learn about the different disasters that you can have, and the ways that you can prepare for them, have, you know, what you could have in your house, stored in your house. There's all kind of disasters. It could be biochemical and all kind of stuff where you need gas masks and all kind of stuff, or maybe just having a deep freezer, you know what I'm saying, or if you got a house, a generator, you know, just in case, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, you go to FEMA.gov. I took all the courses on FEMA.gov. I got all the certificates for disaster preparedness. So it's going down. Shit, we've been in a disaster since last year, so for a whole year so far, come next month, because the COVID started March of 2020, so like one more month, it'll be like a year. We've been sitting in a disaster. You know? But there's much worse things that could happen, you know? Like a chemical thing, you know what I'm saying, where, you know, you can't breathe the air, you need a gas mask, or your skin might be burning, you know. Yeah, it could get bad out here. You know, you got terrorist groups and, you know, people that want to get back at the United States, so you never know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. And then you got your natural disasters from the weather, hurricanes and tornadoes. You don't know how bad they're going to be. Sometimes they be light and sometimes they be, you know, they flood the whole area or take all the roofs off the houses and stuff. See, them houses is good when, you know, in the summertime when the weather is nice and you go in the backyard and you cook out and, you know, you have your little family reunion or your family cookout and everybody is over and, you know, you got your lounge chair and, you know, a little pool in the back for the kids, and, you know, and it'd be all good in the summertime. And then when it's, you know, hurricane season and all of that shit, then you gotta worry about, is this hurricane that's coming, how bad is it? Is it gonna tear my roof off, you know? That's the only thing that get me about a house. That and that a burglar could, you know, because the door is so close to the street, you know? Burglars, you know, and the windows is low, so you gotta worry, you gotta make sure like your windows is all gated, you know? That's what I would do. I would gate all my windows, gate all my doors, you know? I would have to put, you know, whole gating system up in there, you know? But that still don't stop a nigga from catching you coming in and just pushing in behind you. So it's a lot of security situations with a house, you know? So if you older, you might just want to get like a condo or something where, you know, the maintenance take care of everything, and, you know, you up in your apartment, nobody can climb up into the window unless they Spider-Man, you know? So safety be like one of your main concerns. You know, cause shit, they be getting, you be thinking it's just in the hood, but they be getting into the Kylie Jenner, the Kardashians estates, and all of them celebrities, they be getting into their estates. And I don't know how they do that, but I guess they be hiding behind trees and hiding behind fences and hopping over fences and, you know, and, you know, they be getting into their estates. And I don't know how they do that, but I guess they be hiding behind trees and hiding behind fences and, you know, and, you know, they be getting into their estates. And I don't know how they do that, but I guess they be hiding behind trees and hiding behind fences and, you know, In order to get on it, they got so many properties that, you know, people probably be up in their properties when they not home, you know. Shit, Chris Brown came home, he had a whole wife in the bed with him. She was in the bed, she done been cooking in the kitchen and making meals and all kind of shit. He came home like, she was like, hey honey. Crazy motherfucker, you know. Imagine coming home from your show, you know, and you know you don't hardly be home and you be staying up in hotels, and then you come home to this big ass. That's the thing about them big mansions and stuff. You know, it got so many doors, so many ways to enter, so many windows, you know. The motherfucker be living on your property and you don't even know they living. Yeah. I don't know how them celebrities live in those big mansions like that. You know, because at nighttime, even in my apartment, I gotta check every room. I gotta look out the windows. I gotta look in the closets. I gotta check every inch of the house before, you know, I lay down and rest my head, you know. So imagine one of those big mansions, like, not only that, if you got cooks, security, you know, you got a whole staff, how you know one of them motherfuckers ain't crazy? You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna bug out on you. You know what I'm saying? You paying them and everything like that. But you might have a crazy maintenance guy. Or the guy's supposed to be doing security for you. And he do something stupid. Whew. And imagine your kids, you know, getting lost. Like, where's the kids? All the way on the other end of the house. Like, yeah, a lot of times, that's why a lot of those celebrity kids, like, they end up drowning in the pool. Or like Usher had a son that drowned in the water, a tragic accident, you know. So you gotta be careful having too much fun, mainly with the kids and stuff. Yeah, he drowned on a jet ski. I think he fell in the water or something. Yeah, you could drown quick in that deep water. You can't swim in that shit. So they be, you know, riding them jet skis or whatever you call them. That shit that they be driving on the water and going crazy, going wild and stuff. But let your behind fall in the water. Let your behind fall in the water. You better have on one of those life jackets to keep you floating. And you better catch your jet ski quick, because don't let that get away from you. You get in deep water. You ever been in a pool and almost drowned, jumping the wrong, you know, like when I was younger, I think I jumped in like the 10 feet. I ran, I seen the pool, I was like, hey, the pool. And I thought I was jumping in the 3 feet. I was jumping in the 10 foot. I jumped in the 10 foot and I was gargling, going under, reaching, because I know the rope that divides the feet, you know, how many feet the water is, was right there, but I just kept trying to reach for it and I couldn't find it. So I kept going down and coming up, and going down and drowning and then coming up and trying to reach for the thing. And every time I come up, I'm looking around like, why is these motherfuckers looking at me and not helping? Ain't nobody going like, help me? And then finally, you know, I got hold of the, you know, the rope. Yeah, but nobody was helping me. They was looking at me like going under. Yeah, so a lot of that stuff they be showing off about jet skis and being on the water and at the beach and all that stuff. You know, I would be cautious about, you know. And if I took any kids there, you know, I would be extra cautious with them, you know. I wouldn't just let them like, hey, yeah, I go, we at the beach, yeah, go ahead. Get in the water. Gotta be careful. That's like what happened with Kobe. Like, he's so used to taking the helicopters every day, you know, and making it to his destination. You know, they end up going on a foggy day and got caught up in a blind situation, you know. Yeah, you always gotta be professional and think professional. And even though, like, you have a pilot or something, or somebody that's supposed to be in charge, you as the person that's the passenger, you need to make a decision too. That's like if you get in a car, like there's certain people that you would ride with who drive, you know, the way different people drive. You know, certain people you won't get in the car and let them drive you nowhere because the way they drive crazy. And you know, there's certain people that you would get in the car with because they drive safe, you know. Yeah, that type of thing. And anything could happen, so you always gotta be prepared, take precaution. In every state, in every borough, in every state, every area, supposed to be prepared for disaster with radios and everything like that, just in case like one area can't communicate with the next town. You have radios and all kind of stuff supposed to be prepared. They just not doing it, you know. And they wait till something happens and then they be like, okay, we'll be prepared the next time around. No, there's a plan in place with FEMA and FEMA.gov, and I went through all of it. I went to my community board because I used to be representing on tenants associations and all kind of stuff like that. So I used to be a member of the board, and I used to be going to my community board to put in place like the disaster plan for the area, you know. And then they be like tossing it to the side. They take it, but then they toss it to the side, like, you know. Like they have to have special orders in order to fund that or finance that, you know. Like I wanted to get mines going in my neighborhood, you know, and make sure that we was prepared when I was living in the South Bronx. And I read everything on the FEMA site. I took all the courses, I got all the certificates and everything. And I prepared a business plan, I made a brochure flyer, everything. And I took it to my community board. And even though they looked over it and stuff like that and was like, yeah, this is good. But they was like, you know, they gave me a little room where I could like spread the word and teach people and teach classes about disaster preparedness. But basically they was looking at me like I was crazy, like, we don't be having no disasters. Why is she getting into all of this? Why is she doing all of this, that, and other? You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't really having no disasters. The most we was having was maybe like some blackouts, you know what I'm saying, some heavy rains or flooding and stuff like that, right? But look now, you know what I'm saying? Look now, look what's happening now. Climate change and places that don't normally get snow is getting heavy snow. And, you know, that state is not prepared with the regular shit, with snow trucks. So, yeah, I used to be, if you go on my Instagram, the Duchess, if you go on my Instagram page, you'll see some of my certificates that I earned from FEMA about disaster preparedness. You know, but people be thinking, you know, I'm crazy. Like, what are you worrying about all that stuff for? You know, what are you doing this? I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting deep into this. You know, I'm getting involved with the community. I'm on a tennis association. I'm reading up stuff, and one thing is leading to the other thing. I don't know why. You know. I was trying to get some college credits. I was trying to become a correction officer. And so I said if I didn't want to go to a regular college and get the credits, so I did all the courses on FEMA. And I think they give you like some CE credits or something like that, but they're not college credits. So you would have to get them converted. And I was trying to get them converted, but I couldn't. So when I did everything for the job with corrections, I didn't have my my college credits, you know, back then. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to use the FEMA courses that I took and convert, because I didn't need that many credits. I think they wanted like 20 credits or something like that. They didn't want that much. And I wasn't ready to go to college back then, so, you know. But I wanted the corrections job, so I did everything. I did the agility, because they give you agility course to run, and you got to make it at the end at a certain amount of time. So the first time I took it, I got winded. I was huffing and puffing. I didn't make it, right? And they was laughing at me because you got to run upstairs and run around. It's like you run around these jail fences and stairs, and, you know, you run through this course that they have you run through, upstairs, downstairs, and, you know, and then you got to run a stretch, right, to the finish line. And I got winded and didn't make it the first time. So what I did was I came home. I started running up the stairs in the projects in my building, running up the stairs, running down the stairs, running around the park, you know, and preparing for the next test. And they were surprised when I came back to, you know, to do it a second time. It was like, she got down here that fast? And they was like, yeah. Like, you know, they, from the guy from the starting point, have a clock. And when he tell you to go ahead and start, and then you get down there, and then, you know, they stop the clock from when you get down there. So it was like real quick, you know. It's like, she got down here already compared to my last, to my first time, you know. Yeah, because I started running, jogging around a big park, the soccer field, right across the street from where I used to live. And then I started climbing the stairs. I lived on a 6th floor, so I used to climb the steps. instead of taking the elevator, I would take the steps up and down and run around the park. You know, and the park was like big, like a football field and some more rocks. So, you know, we had some like mountainy rocks, and then we had the park, you know, where they played soccer. So it was like a big, you know, it seemed like it was 2 miles to get around that park or something, you know, big area. And when I came back to take my agility test again for corrections, I made it to the finish line so quick they couldn't believe it. It was like, she made it down here that quick. And I was just wondering, did I make it in time? And when they looked at the clock, they was like, that was quick. Yeah, because I hurried up and just went ahead and, you know, jogged it out. But when you first start, you go up steps. So that's the main thing you got to get past. You go up the steps, and then, you know, you run, and you go around. Like, it's a whole course. And still didn't get the job because I didn't have the college credits, and I wasn't able to convert. Those FEMA certificates. I guess you can convert them if you at a college that accepts them. So, you know. Yeah, I was trying to get some college credits for that job, and I never got it. But I guess it wasn't meant for me. You know, I probably would have been making good money, but I guess it wasn't meant, you know, for me to be working inside no jails, you know. That's how I chalk it up. God didn't want me to. God didn't want me there. If he wanted me there, he would have made a way, you know, to get those credits. Yeah, because they said when you work corrections, those the jail is like dusty. Like you be locked up with the inmates for, you know, the hours that you work and you in jail. Yeah, this probably wasn't for me, because I'll probably get in there and feel sorry for niggas and be bringing them stuff in the jail. Hey, you want to taste the soda? You know? Because I know if I was locked up, I would want one of the correction officers to do it for me, you know? Bring me something I'm having a craving for. I'll tell one of my family members to give me the money, you know? Shit. There was this guy on World Star, he was in jail. He had, I forgot what he had. What was that, Arby's? Yeah, something. Yes, he had a food from the restaurant. Oh, that feels so good to stretch backwards. And I hear my back cracking too. I hear my spine cracking. That's what you want to do. You want to, you know how you crack your knuckles and your neck and stuff like that. You want to get your spine cracked and loosening up. And when you lose weight, it tends to crack easier. I was talking about it yesterday, how when I went down to 160 2 years ago, I was on a liquid diet. I went down to 160, and I was in the bed, and I had this urge to just like crack my back, and I did just like twist. I twisted the top part of my body one way and the bottom the other way, and I said, boom, like that, and it said, pow. It made a loud, I'll never forget that. That's something that should have been recorded. And when I lose weight this time, I'll probably get that same pop. Probably get that same pop. Yeah, so I just wanted to get this workout out the way today. I was looking at the news and, you know, one of the rappers, I don't know, Honeycomb Brazy, he's like named after a cereal or something, and I don't know what happened. I guess the story is still developing. His house, his grandparents' house burned up on fire, and they both died in the fire from yesterday. So, you know, everybody want to be a rapper, but it's too much tragedy that's going on. I want to write a rap song too, and I want to shoot a little video too, even at my age. I be having the urge, you know, even to write something positive, you know, like a positive political rap or something that make some sense. They not really trying to hear that, but, you know, I'm gonna eventually do it, but, you know, with all this evilness in the industry going on, it shy you away from being creative, because if you don't want to make a good song, and then niggas get jealous and be after you, like what the hell did I do? I was just trying to make something decent. But who knows? Because everybody's on demon time, everybody's in gangs, so, and everybody's making these demon songs and stuff like that, and these gangster songs and these killing songs, you know. And this time it's like I guess they couldn't get to him, so, you know, I'm thinking it's arson, and somebody, you know, maybe one of his ops or whatever burned up his grandparents' house. They probably thought he was in there too. But that's messed up. When they catch who did that, that's a double murder plus arson. They'll probably be on death row. But it is crazy how evil we being towards each other. Like, how evil we can get towards each other. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And we only have that attitude with each other. We don't have that with other races. We just have that deep anger towards, you know, other black people. I don't know really what's going on with these guys. You would think that somewhere along the line they'd be like, enough is enough, you know. Because I always say, you know, well, what about, I think I just had a video, like, I was talking about Meek Mill and Tekashi 6ix9ine in that situation, and they talking about he's a snitch, and Meek Mill ran into him, Meek Mill should have jumped on him and stuff. And I'm like, well, okay, these two guys are celebrity stars, millionaires, that's going home to gated communities. You know what I'm saying? So the only place it's gonna really affect is that noise they putting out is the hood. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in the hood is gonna be holding down those rules and stuff towards each other, while Meek Mill and Tekashi 6ix9ine go home to their gated communities and sleep comfortable. You know what I'm saying? y'all gonna uphold their street laws that they not even living in, you know? Yes, I was just talking about, what about women and kids, you know? While y'all out there doing all of that gangbanging and stuff, the women gotta bring the kids up. Women got babies. We walking down the street with strollers. You know, we taking kids to school. What about that? Don't you think, you know, when you're doing all of that in the community, don't you think that'll affect your black woman, your baby mama taking the kids to school, your grandmama? It's, you know, the older people, the elderly. So they burned the grandparents up in their house. And he wrote a message on his Instagram page stating that he put them in every song, and then he was trying to get them to move, but they wouldn't move. You know how, you know, older people, they got their household, and you know, they don't have that kind of energy anyway, and they feel comfortable where they at. They've been there so long, you know. They don't want to adapt to a new environment, you know what I'm saying? So they be basically comfortable where they at, but what families don't know is that when somebody in your family make it to a celebrity, mainly in the hip hop and the music industry, you need to move. And move all your close relatives, you know, or your loved ones, your mother or something, your grandparents. If you got the money, to a safe environment. That's why I also had one post where I don't want the fame without the fortune. Because you get all of this fame and stuff, and people be knowing who you are and your name, and, you know, you stuck in the hood, you know what I'm saying? And they know your family and where they at and all that stuff, and you don't have the money to bounce. You know what I'm saying? You don't need all of that attention, you know? That's why I be shying away. That's why I be ducking, you know? Because that's why I say, whatever subscribers I get, whatever views I get, you know, and I don't get many, but it's fine. Because if I was getting a million views and a million subscribers, money have to come with that, because with that comes, you know, fame and the blue check mark and all that stuff. And they'd be like, oh, she made it. What you still doing around here? You know, niggas be jealous, you know? So make sure when you get the fame, you get the fortune too, and be able to get the fuck out of Dodge. And take your mama with you and your grandparents too. Cause yeah, they blew up the house. They blew up the grandparents' house. They was really ruthless. So it's like anything goes out here now, you know. Women, kids, grandparents, you know. They don't care. Okay, so we down to our hour. I'm still on my liquid diet, y'all. So we're gonna see how fast I come down. Trying to come under 200. I'll let y'all know when I get there. Hopefully by next week on this liquid diet. Start getting down. Alright, so I'm gonna get back to studying for my mortgage license, because I really want to pass this next time. So I got a study plan in place, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let me go do what I got to do. Peace. I'm out. Like, subscribe, comment, leave me a comment, and hit the join button if you're on the Dutchess site. Peace. I'm out.